Supposed small government conservative Christie, who somehow still thinks he's running for president, by the way, which is cute. He loves domestic spying. He loves it when the government spies in on you, using the NSA, spies into your emails, hacks into your phone. He loves that stuff. And he's going to come out and he's going to defend the NSA spying because, well, 9/11. Take a look.
It is the thing that's demoralizing to me is I really think that there's so many sectors of our country who haven't forgotten 9/11. Everyone will always remember 9/11, but have forgotten what 9/11 felt like. I can remember a week afterwards, they canceled our kids' soccer games for a week. The next week, we had soccer again. I can remember standing on this big open field in our suburban town in New Jersey, and an airplane flew overhead, and we all jerked up and looked up. We never used to do that. And we don't do it now. We did it then. That's what I'm talking about. What did it feel like to us? That's what terror does to you. Terror changes not only the way you act, but the way you feel. It steals. All these people were talking about liberty. How did that attack steal our liberty? We acted differently. We conducted our lives differently. We were reticent. We were scared to do things as a people. That's a stealing of our liberty too.
And I can't wait to go back to that being so scared of the terrorists. So that's why we need to have them look at your emails and spy on your emails, despite the fact that there is so little that could have been stopped by domestic. How is spying on Americans stop terrorists? Has it stopped any of the terrorist attacks? They can't come up with any proof of that. Not at all. But here's Christie saying, we need to be scared again. We need to be scared so that they can violate our rights. Because I want the government to violate your rights. Now, it's ironic because the people who, they spied on Congress, the NSA. They've spied on people's sex habits. And of course, they hired contractors to do it. When Edward Snowden revealed this, it's not just the government spying on you through the NSA. They're hiring private corporations to steal your data and to spy on you. And of course, when you give somebody that unlimited level of power and access to people's personal data, personal lives online, they're going to do terrible things with it. They're going to do what any human being would do with all that power. They're going to start spying on their exes. They're going to start listening to the phone calls of troops who are in Iraq having phone sex with their significant others. Yes, that is the documented fact. They did that. They spied on our troops. They spied on Congress. They've spied on us. They've looked at our emails. And here's Chris Christie saying, but we should do that because 9/11. We're scared. Now, Chris Christie is just going to continue with this ridiculous tirade, and he's going to go into why we need to have them violate our liberty. And he's going to talk about civil liberties extremists.
And there are going to be some who are going to come before you and going to say, oh, no, this is not what the founders intended. The founders made sure that the first obligation of the American government was to protect the lives of the American people. And we can do this in a way that's smart and cost-effective and protects civil liberties. But, you can't enjoy your civil liberties if you're in a coffin.
Can't enjoy your civil liberties if you're in a coffin. So he says, no. The founding fathers would totally be for this. And totally be taking away your liberties, your right to privacy, and your right to, your First Amendment rights in order to protect you, in order to make you more safe from the terrorists or whatever. Well, I seem to remember Thomas Paine saying, give me liberty or give me death. That doesn't really sound like a ringing endorsement for the NSA to spy in on you, for these big government programs to look into your personal life, into your bedroom. That doesn't really sound like a ringing endorsement. And also, I have to point out the irony of this is that he's doing this in New Hampshire, which is, of course, their motto is live free or die. Live free or die. I guess he would call him, the person who made up that slogan, and Thomas Paine, civil liberties extremists. How can you be a civil liberties extremist? Anyway, I keep thinking about that. That's a question on my mind. How do you be a civil liberties extremist? Hey, you over there. You're not free enough. Be freer. I don't get it. A civil liberties extremist. Is this more hypocrisy from Governor Christie?